is Kelley Walsh. I am a director here at GPAC. I've been here about 6.5 years. I first heard about GPAC through a prior coworker of mine. We had worked at a large corporate company here in town together, and I left to go work for a smaller firm, and he left to come work at GPAC, and then we reconnected a couple years later. Where I was at in my last career, I was in a position to be moving into a potentially commission-only based role. And so to kind of broaden my horizons, I was looking at multiple different types of commission-based roles. And because I had known someone here, I had reconnected with him and learned more about GPAC and that. So before GPAC, I worked for a regional bank doing mortgages. My first year was pretty rough. I came from a position where I kind of knew exactly what I was doing and was trained on it, where I had never done any kind of recruiting before GPAC. So it was like learning something brand new from scratch. And it took me a while to learn the industry. I started with civil engineering, where there are lots of different facets of different positions, different keywords, different job titles. And so it took me a while to get my first placement. It was about 4 or 5 months in. And but once I did get my first placement, I really got to see like the whole process from start to finish and see how it all worked. And so that really kind of opened my eyes to what I could do in the future. But overall, the first year was rough. But I would say within that like 6 to 12 month range, I finally felt like I knew what I was somewhat doing. I think during that first 6 to 12 months, I tended to be very like analytical about the whole process. It is kind of a multi-step process when you think of getting a new job. I mean, there's creating the resume, there's the initial interview, the second interview, doing reference checks, debriefing each interview, how did it go, what you like about it, what you don't like it about the position. And I let my mind kind of overanalyze all those steps, where at the end of the day, my job is just to get two people to talk, and I can help the rest of the process, but I can't control it. So during the first 6 to 12 months is when I really figured that piece out. Couple things I enjoy the most about working at GPAC. I have the very fortunate situation where I am here in Sioux Falls, so my colleagues are a big part of why I enjoy coming to work every day. But I also do love the flexibility. If I do want to work from home, I certainly can. And then just where I'm at in my career, it's afforded me the ability to have a flexible schedule as well. GPAC has afforded me the opportunity to pursue other passions as well outside of work, including having rental properties, volunteering, spending time with family, traveling, all those sorts of things. If you are thinking about joining GPAC, my biggest piece of advice to you is to jump in and not have a backup plan and just go full force into it. When you are struggling through your first couple months at GPAC, there's going to be a lot of opportunities where you're going to think to yourself, oh my gosh, what did I get myself into? What's going on? I don't know what I'm doing. You're going to feel very overwhelmed. However, that passes. And if you can stick it out, give yourself a timeline, whether it's 6 months, whether it's 12 months, and take everything else off the table and just jump head first, you're going to be able to succeed here at GPAC. One of the things I always value about the way we do business is we do care about our candidates. At the end of the day, we want them to be successful in their career. So whether they end up taking a position with me through GPAC, then that's great. That's a win-win for everyone involved. But if they don't, at least I was there to guide them and provide all the necessary options for them to be able to make a educated decision to move forward in their career. Most of the companies we work with are small to medium-sized firms, and a lot of times they are the owner of the company. So they're doing everything from operations, projects, bidding. I mean, they're running a company, so they don't necessarily get like a bird's eye view of the industry like we do. We're talking to new candidates and new companies every day. So we learn the industry inside and out, where they are maybe more focused on their personal business themselves. So we really bring value by being able to add that additional insight. One of the nice things at GPAC is it does afford the ability to have some flexibility in your schedule. So when I got a call on noon on a Friday that I had access to a Eras Tour Taylor Swift ticket, I did take the opportunity to head home for the day, book it to Minneapolis so I could go see Taylor Swift that night. One thing to always remember during that first 6 to 12 months is if you're going through a rough day, just shake it off.